PUA. Are some applicants so frustrated with the application that they are giving up? Meantime, why is California so on the ball on getting EDD cards quickly to recipients? Hey, this is Monday with LALATE for May 11th. Thanks for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe to the video and drop your comments below. We may feature them in tomorrow's recording. Wow, a lot of great comments here. We're getting to them right away. So on Saturday, we detailed you a lot of exclusive and fascinating elements of what's going on in the PUA, pandemic unemployment assistance, across the country and also in California. To recap, pandemic unemployment assistance checks, debit cards, or direct deposits, depending on what state you're in, have already been processed. And now some states are actually being appraised for the quickness in which those benefits have been sent. In other states, however, it's a hot mess. Your comments today reflect the frustration and how some of you are actually giving up on the PUA process because it has been so difficult. Let's get right to your comments. TJ says, bi-weekly in California, I received all of my, quote, paid sums in 2-week line items. I also this morning certified for 2 weeks. The only issue is when will the EDD B of A card arrive? Well, TJ, as California states on their website, PUA is paid in one lump sum. California elected at the start of the pandemic to only issue the one payment or one round of payments rather than have applicants do what they do in other states. In most states, you have to certify for benefits on a weekly basis. It requires you going into your portal, signing in, clicking the certification, submitting certification of benefits, having the computer review that, then the computer's issuing out payments, you waiting for the receipt of those funds. California said, we're not going to go through all that. That's too much manpower, too much drain on our services and our servers. So what California did is they decided that when your PUA application is approved by EDD, they are going to issue the payments in one fall swoop from early March to early May, and those payments will come to you. So in the case of TJ's comment, he or she was approved for PUA. He knew or she knew that was happened. He also knew that the benefits had been approved. In California, you have to certify for benefits just one time. The question is what happens after that. So TJ says bi-weekly in California? No. In California, you only have to certify for one time between the months of March to May, and you are done for that period, presuming you are impacted by COVID-19 over that entire period. His next question is, when will the EDD B of A card arrive? LA can report, based upon the viewers' responses to videos since Friday, that those that got approved for EDD PUA on April 28th have already received their B of A card. So stay attentive to the mail. Those readers indicate that the card comes in a EDD envelope. You open it up, it's from B of A. The B of A card can be activated, according to readers, in two ways, either on the computer or over the telephone. LA recommends you to do it on the computer. The reason is simple. The card asks you a series of security questions which you need to know and save to a computer, not be on the side of the road with your cell phone, because it's just too hard to remember all this. You then go to online, I believe it is bankamerica.com/EDD card. Set up a username, set up a password, but go through a series of questions. It's a little bit more than a usual debit card or credit card authorization. At that point, according to LALATE readers and viewers, you're allowed to withdraw sums up to $1,000 per day. All those sums of money, approximately $169 plus $600 from the federal government per week from the month of March to May, are on the card. And there you go. So you should get the card within days. One person asked, Florida is at the top of the list at being very slow. I'm very sorry about that. It is unfortunate. There's some of you who say that your application is still not approved. By the way you know is going into your portal, looking in the portal and seeing what the status is of your application. There will actually be something in the tab that'll say approval. You know at that point that you have gotten through the first step. The next step is certifying for benefits, and then you will see each weekly's benefits appear. McCalla says, I haven't heard from them, hoping mail's coming. I don't have my EDD account number. I'm guessing it'll be sent to me. Other things are getting emailed from them. I have not. Will update. You don't have an EDD account number. You have when you sign into EDD, you're assigned a number in there. You're identified by your social security number. And yes, if you submitted your address to receive the EDD card, it's coming to you. Rich. I applied for PUA on Wednesday, April 29th. It looks like Monday, May 4th, I was approved for reasons it says it looks like, but I never received an email of approval. Just happened to log into my account, and there were multiple weeks needing confirmation for approval. Within a few days, it showed paid, but I'm yet to receive a debit card. Exactly. So in the case of California, which I think Rich is from, he did not receive an email stating that he had been approved for benefits. Basically, he clicked in through the tabs and saw the word somewhere in the tab, approval date for PUA. He then followed this video. You have to certify for benefits one time. It certifies this entire period, March to May, and then your debit card is on the way. How long you should be receiving it this week, Rich? Update us in the comments when you get it. Grandma says, thank you for reading my problem. Good news. Now listen to Grandma's remarks. I got the director of EDD from Sacramento on the phone, and she fixed it. Wow. How'd you get them on the phone? I'm now showing you in the portal, and it shows paid for 6 full checks. Exactly. 6 weeks. Happy Mother's Day to me. P.S. I got a retro back to February 2020. Thank you. Now, if I could just fix the EIDL grant issue. So wonderful. She followed our video. She followed our help, and she got her weeks of payment. As remember, the way PUA works is it's retroactive. And here's the rub. And this is where some states are doing a great job and other states are not. In California, you are retroactive back to the first date. As you know, the federal government throws $600 on top of it back to a certain date. Other states are not so good on this. What they are doing is they are issuing payments from the date at which you apply for PUA, which is approximately April 28th, forward, and saying that they're getting to the retroactive benefits thereafter with no further indication of that on their website. It's very, very poor mishandling in other states where people just don't know and don't understand where are those retroactive benefits. It doesn't appear in any comments on the website, and they're just not getting them. Ani Uber says, only pre-application for PUA, but accepted in Hawaii. I believe what she means is she is starting the PUA process. So if you have any comments, questions, Ani, drop them below and we'll answer them tomorrow. Rich. Rich has another comment. And I'm in California. So I applaud California for quickly handling the approval portion. I wish that they had just set up the ATM cards to come soon after I have a family member. When they received their card here in California, they had the option to transfer the funds to their personal bank account, that there's a 2-day hold on that money at that point. Exactly. Rich is very much true. California has done a superb job in getting this PUA process done. Once you're approved, this debit card comes approximately within 1 week, all viewers to this channel have said. The card has all your weeks of benefits on it. It is so streamlined. It is wonderful. What Rich notes, though, is he wishes it could have gone directly into bank accounts. Rich, don't worry, because under the EDD card process, as described by readers of this channel, you can withdraw up to $1,000 per day and then put it where you need to place those funds. Kyle, I applied $428 for PUA in California, got a confirmation number, but still can't check on my status. No letter from EDD. Call 30 times a day. Can't reach a person on file, on a live person. Do I need to refile? It's just awful. The call for however good they are on getting the payments to some people, their call center is just not up to par. It is too long to have waited. I would not advise you to refile. I don't know the harm about refiling. I would try to upload a correspondence in there. I would call again, but if you want to take the chance, I'm not going to certainly dissuade you against it, but if you want to take the chance and refile again, the worst the system can say is you've already applied. But it's been too long, Kyle. There has to be some movement on your file. So something is definitely astray, and you need to make a decision how to progress because this is too long. Sean, I applied via my cell phone. Oh, on 428, he did it over the cell phone. No certain applications for PUA was successful. Not certain the application for PUA was successful, and I haven't received any additional information regarding my UI account. I already had a UI account but zero benefits based upon a base period. Not sure what to do. Perhaps call EDD tomorrow morning. So, Sean makes a great point. If you already had a UI account in California, that's fine. I think even in LALATE's news stories, not this channel, but in LALATE's news stories, we had advised our readers to actually get that UI account set up before 428 because we knew 428 was coming on the horizon. We said, get that UI account set up and get ready to apply on 428. So the fact that you have a UI account is not a problem. The fact that the benefits are at zero, that's not a problem. Well, the problem is that you don't see the word claim and you don't see the word, and you're unable to certify for benefits for the period. That's the problem. If you are uncertain whether the application was successful, okay, this is a great question. If you're uncertain you actually started the process correctly, then here's what you need to do. You need to look in the tabs. And somewhere in the tabs, it talks about claim. You have to ensure in looking around in your portal, whether you're in California or somewhere else, that there's a claim tab that says 428 applied. Because if you did it right. If there is nothing there, then there's something wrong. And you need to call them right away. Ricardo. Okay, so Ricardo's jumping into our response to his question yesterday. We thought he was in California, so let's see what he says. No, I'm sorry, LALATE, better than that. I live in New York. Please reiterate tomorrow for me. Great videos daily. Thank you. So, Ricardo, I don't remember what your status was on the PUA story yesterday, but I did look at New York's PUA for another applicant a few days ago, and it's the same thing. If you were not a unemployment benefits applicant, that you really just came in through the system from PUA, you go in there, you certify for you apply, you too should see a claim filed on. If it was 428, you should see it on 428. You should see a claim in there. You should also see, if you don't, there's high alarm. It means something was done wrong. You should also then be able to certify for benefits. I don't know if New York is doing it on a weekly basis or over this entire period. At that point, check around in the portal and see if you're able to certify for benefits, if any weeks have been processed. But if you don't even have a claim processed, then there is a big concern. As always, Ricardo, drop in the comments what your PUA status is, and we will respond tomorrow. Kanaka, as far as Hawaii's PUA, I applied the first day when it went live on 428, but I have had to wait to May 15th for it to be processed. No telling how long it's going to be processed. My guess will be a week or two before we get paid. So I guess what Kanaka means is that they actually approved her PUA or started it into what's called processing mode on May 15, which is good. Once things are approved, it's generally about a week. Now, if your state is a debit card process, if your state is a direct deposit, it's literally 24 hours or 48 hours for direct deposit. Yvonne, thank you for the information. Oh, appreciate it, Yvonne. Thank you for tuning in. Logan, loved it. Thank you, Logan. Shania, I'm in PUA. Filed for the PUA April 27th, 6, I believe. It let me do a weekly certification last Thursday, but only let me claim March 7th and March 14th, then made me put the initial application in again and wouldn't let me claim weekly again till yesterday, but skipped all those weeks from March through the present and only let me certify the past week. It says I'm approved and says payment dates were May 9th and May 11th. Where's my money? And what about those other weeks that I was employed that I didn't claim for? So, Shania, I don't know if you're in California. Let me answer if you're in California or if you're non-California. If you're in California, you're going to get all the weeks in one fall swoop, from the beginning of your benefits claim all the way into May. If you're not in California, what's going to happen is you need to look in your payments tab and see if there's individual week 1, week 2, week 2. They start with a different week number. You should see them itemize. States are very good in these portals on itemizing your weeks. It's almost like a requirement. They have to itemize the weeks that they're paying you for. So go in there and see if they've itemized those weeks. They should have. Just because it skips forward doesn't mean anything. Basically, when you're applying, if we're here now in May, middle May, and it's asking you for do stuff in March, it will have you do all those weeks to get up to date to the present. So don't worry about that. That's totally normal. Great questions. If you have any questions, drop them below and we'll answer them tomorrow. As always, stay with LA for more.